lot of other things like that.
Hey, just to let you know. Well, I'm gonna move this. Well, you didn't have to move. No, I'm just saying. Her head was like right there.
I can be in your way.
Try it. She was in her way. It's all good.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm not Oliver Stone. So.
Now we can always pull this one chair back.
Yeah, good idea.
That way no one's like
All right, guys, how are we doing today? Great. I like it. All right, you know what? I'm getting a lot of conversation about the suit. I'll tell you what, when it's not 134 degrees out, you can wear a suit, right? All right, I'll tell you what, it's 11:02. We've got some serious realtor time going on. There's a lot of folks who are going to keep filtering in. All right, so what do we do first? How do we kick off our meetings?
affirmation.
Affirmations, right? All right, so what do we do?
We're in the quality of life business.
All right, I know we kind of go through this routine quite often where we kind of do this and it just kind of comes back kind of half-hearted. We're going to really give it our all, okay? What do we do?
For the quality of life business.
I like it. How do we impact lives? Awesome. What are we?
Millionaires!
Great. What's the Market Center?
Number 1
I
Missouri.
love it. So why do we have the Market Center behind you guys? You guys got to become millionaires. You guys got to achieve your goals, right? If you guys achieve your goals, what does that mean for the Market Center? We're going to achieve ours, right? You know, we're great because the summation of the successes that the agents have in here, not the other way around, right? You guys are having tons of success out there, so that kind of leads into our second segment. What do we do now? Talk about some of the things that are working. Pour some sugar. There it is. I like it. The technical term. I like it. So pour some sugar. So guys, pour some sugar on me. What's happening in this market? What's going well for you guys?
Everything. Open houses are great.
Okay. Tell me about it.
People sharing their information. They're going out with us on other listings. So that's really good.
So you're having some success. Tell me, did you do any over this weekend or over the last week or two?
This weekend I did not because I went out with clients that we met the last weekend.
Great. So are you positioning the open houses to have success, or are you just doing open houses for any property?
No, you have to pick the right one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what qualifies as a good open house for you to hold?
Busy street, good location, priced right. That's mainly there.
Busy
And
street,
pushing it out.
price right, good location. I like it. Good. I like that. Cool. What else is happening? I want to hear some good stuff. I know we got some good things that are happening out there. Don't be bashful. Remember, guys, this is not the cocky part. This is the confidence part. Cocky's doing it once and telling everybody about beating your chest. Confidence is doing it routinely and saying, hey, this is what is working for me.
Can I bring up Mike in the back? He's got a great new listing that I showed Sunday, and he got a price reduction from another agent, and he picked it up as a expired, I guess?
Yeah, it was a referral.
Yeah, referral. So, he's got a great new listing, and he's new with us, so.
I like it. Well, tell me about that one. So it was on the market beforehand, I'm guessing, and then it was
Yeah,
over
it's
to you?
priced too high. I mean, I actually bought a property in that subdivision, built it, and houses in there were going for upper fours, for some of the bigger ones, and now, if you're lucky if you can push 3. And they're pushing 3, and they really need to be at 3.
Maybe at 3.
And Stephanie did a great job of giving me feedback that I'm going to receive and trying to push them to that mark where they need to be.
That's awesome, man.
So we're working together.
That's awesome. I know you've been focused on that listing inventory, so how's that going?
Good. I mean, I'm getting my stuff together right now. I mean, I got 2 right now that are active.
Great.
Keep pushing it.
Keep pushing. I like it. Great. Good stuff. Love it. So I just want to say a big congratulations to see Lori Dillick here today. So excited to have you back in. I know that we're easing back into things, but I know you've got a high level of commitment to your team, your business, and your clients. So just happy to have you back. And I I know I was talking with you actually last week, and you're even sneaking in contracts in there, you know, in between breast and rehabilitation, right?
Yeah, yeah. No sick pay in real estate.
So the market's still hot for you too, huh?
It's great, yeah.
It's funny.
That's great. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, tell me about that. I mean, like, you know, we've got a lot of success that's had, that we've experienced in July, and I want to find out how we're leveraging that momentum. Give me one or two more good things that are happening in your business.
What are you looking, I don't know what's.
He's got this, I love his modesty, very
Well,
humble.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I mean, we've just been busy. We've been, a lot of referrals and a lot of repeat business.
Standards, attracting some of those referrals.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, a lot of agent referrals. And so that's been good.
So can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I think that that's an area that a lot of folks kind of overlook and maybe don't really understand what.
Well, just more than anything is just being a good agent on the other end of a deal. So that when, you know, sometimes if somebody, you know, sometimes I've had agents even call and go, they knew they were losing a listing, and so they were still gonna try to get a little something out of it and go, hey, you want a referral, and try, you know, and so they kind of might have talked me up to the seller, even because maybe they ended on a good deal with the seller, but the seller just wanted to change, you know.
So can I
Or a lot of agents, like, just agents that maybe they don't sell in the particular area that you sell in, and they're referring you business because they know that you're gonna take care of them the way they would expect to be taken care of. You price your listings well, as a general rule, it doesn't mean they're always priced well, but, you know.
So you become a specialist in one area. I know that there's a very unique niche that you're a specialist in. I mean, what is that exactly?
Well, with acreage and stuff, yeah. I mean, I do get a lot of calls with agents, or just even calls with agents calling saying, can you tell me about a septic, or what do I do here? Just so you build those good relationships, so that if they ever have, or sometimes they go, I don't know anything about it, so I don't wanna work with this buyer, so here, would you want a referral?
Yeah, you guys catch this? You know,
Yes.
riches and niches, specialists get paid, generals don't. You get that? And I think that that's a critical piece there. And so the other thing too, when you're saying just being a good agent, you know, in a deal, does that mean that you're just bending, you know, to the other agent's needs and interests and requests, or is it just, what does that mean?
Well, it just means, for one, just being decent and responding appropriately and communicating well, and that's probably one of the bigger things, but that's how it is with everything. But just, if you're supposed to get the gas inspection to them, you do what you say you're gonna do, get it to them on time and that sort of thing. But that you're just decent to work with. You're not gonna be a jerk if someone comes in with a low offer, you go, well, you know, I'm not sure that's gonna work for a while. I mean, you can still, you know, you just have to not, we got buyers that are gonna be ignorant and gonna come in so far lower than we even expect. And sellers that are gonna be unreasonable too, and you still have to figure out a way to work that out while representing your buyer, your seller, but not be mad at the agent and not get the agents in a fuss, because that can cause more deals to have an issue than not.
Yeah, that's great. I appreciate you sharing that, because I know we got some newer agents in here as well, that as they embark on those first deals, I mean, you know, there's a kind of a code of conduct, if you will, with that, right? You know, I think that's a great detail on what.
But you do have to, I would say, as a new agent though, don't be too pushy, but at the same token, there are some agents that will try to run you into the ground because you're new and they don't think you know what you're doing and you don't know anything, and you have to be, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. But don't be, you know, be nice, just say, hey, we've got an issue here, we need to work this out, but at the same token, don't let them feel like they're running you down. Most agents, as a general rule, are decent, but sometimes there's a few that everybody knows that are a little more difficult. And so, you know, but don't avoid showing their listings if they
I'll
have
let
their
you.
listing. Because if you got a buyer for their listing, don't avoid showing their listing, even though the agent may be a jerk. Because you still are working for your buyer, and you want to get them the best property.
Okay, we have Tina, Stephanie, and then Keith.
I am finding that a lot of the agents are not answering their phones and returning calls. I was on vacation, and I swore I wasn't going to answer my phone, but of course I did. And it was my nephew's friend that I haven't seen in, I can't even tell you how many years, and he said, I can't believe you answered your phone, and it even says you're on, or you called me right back and you said you were on vacation, because I had a blurb on my thing. He said, we've called all these agents that have these houses listed that we want to see, and we can't get hold of anybody. And I am finding more and more people telling me, you know, the other agents that we call are not returning our calls. So for the new agents, if you get a call, you know, you want to try to make that call back right away, because apparently a lot of people are.
Well, I just want to piggyback on Lisa with the agent referrals, and the thing you have to remember is that doesn't cost you any money, so it's not like you're paying Realtor.com, there's other things, just build a relationship, send thank yous, call them and see how you can help them, because we've been starting to track, and I think about 6% of our business last year was from agent referrals.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you build those relationships, you can make that a larger part of your business.
Yeah, guys, I think it's a tremendous opportunity, and I appreciate you sharing a little bit more about that. I mean, that's not just, you know, agents that are in Kansas City or Chicago. I'm talking about like agents in your own market center, as a matter of fact. You know, and then, you know, the one that blows me away too is that you'll have competing agents from competing companies actually start referring you business too. You know, it's just a matter of focusing on what's important and committing to it.
Yeah, I want to add what Tina said, answer your phone. I mean, I've had more people say that nobody returns phone calls, or nobody's answering their phone. I had this one guy, he called 9 different agents.
Oh, my gosh.
And I answered my phone, and we got his business. Just answer your phone. I mean, if you look at it and think, oh, no, look at it and say, oh, $5,000, oh, $3,000. Every time your phone rings, look at it a little bit different way, and you'll be surprised. You know, if you get your 800 sign writers, go use them if you're not going to call the people back right away. Whatever sources you use, man, just jump on it, because there's agents out there who, for one thing, aren't used to doing any business. Now their phone's ringing, and they're living life like they did, you know, 2 years ago, and not paying any attention to their phone.
And a lot of them that don't work from Friday to 5 until Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I mean, you picking up on this stuff. I mean, like, you know, your comment about, you know, basically, are you looking at it as an obligation or an opportunity? You know, I know when Ben Kinney was one of his buyer's agents, he basically, his standard is that they call him back within 3 minutes of the call, if they're not picking it up right there. And he had one of the buyers agents say, well, what if I'm actually having lunch and I'm in the middle of that? He's like, you know what, I gotta tell you, their average commission is about $8,000 where he sells real estate. And he's like, I gotta tell you, I've never seen an $8,000 sandwich. I expect you to pick that phone up, you know? I mean, and I think that's a great point to be thinking about, you know? Because I think you're right. I mean, I don't know any other reason why people wouldn't take that phone off if they don't see that opportunity there, right? I mean, if you looked at it as a $5,000 check every time that phone, you know, lights up, I mean, how do you not pick it up? 9 people before didn't. That shows you where the standards are in our profession, and I just, to me, you know, I'm gonna get on the little pedestal here a little bit and say, look, that's why I got into this industry. You know, because the professional standards are right around here, you know, just a shade above a used car salesman. You know, I knew if I took the standards that I had and I just, you know, translated into this field, all the experiences that you guys have in the past, all the standards that you guys have, you put it into this field. Honestly, guys, you know, you don't have to go wild with doing all the other knick-knack stuff. It's just bringing the standards that you guys already have. Sound good? I got 2 or 3 other things that I want to share that I'm super excited about too. So Angela's Johnsky, does anybody know Angela's? Mm-hmm. AKA Angie. Yay! So this has been, over the last 2 weeks, she's kind of had a refocus on some of the investors, and she's really been dialing in on some of the investors and that sort of thing. Anybody have any idea how many contracts she wrote? I haven't gotten accepted yet, but wrote on the 20, or on, I can't remember, on Friday.
21.
6.
Lori she had some inside scoop. 21 contracts she wrote on Friday. All HUD transactions, by the way. So there's a lot of great stuff in that, and she'll find out some of the challenges. But you know, 21 contracts that she has an opportunity to come to an agreement on. How many different investors? Guess.
3.
Wow.
So, you know, one of the things that we talked about at the mid-year business planning review, and we've talked about it a number of times, identify those 25 people in your sphere of influence that can annuitize your business. And the way that I would look at it is those 25 people that can offer you at least 3 transactions. I mean, is that on a highly leveraged situation for Angie? 21 deals potentially by one individual. And from what I understand, they're not just, you know, low ball, you know, 1 in 100 kind of transactions. So I'm kind of excited about that stuff.
Can I say something about Angie real quick? She was walking up the steps one day when she was coming to take real estate school, and I was sitting in Jeff's office, and I saw her, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's she doing here? She was my pastor's executive assistant forever, for like 9 years.
Oh, yeah.
And hadn't seen her for a long time because she wasn't there anymore, didn't know whatever happened to her, didn't know she had anything to do with real estate, and so it was a great, I mean, it was just a crazy connection, and so I'm really glad she's here.
She's jamming too. Yeah, she's not just here, she's jamming.
I know,
So it's pretty cool
she's a
stuff.
rock star.
Hey, even though she's not here, can we give her applause? Another gentleman is not here right now, but Jeff Klein. I'll tell you what, I was talking to him the other day, and his business is up, tremendously. And he's like, what's going on, man? I mean, I'm starting to see, some major league improvement in the business. He's like, doing it the KW way finally. So I thought that was a cute thing he was going to say. It sounds like there's some self-discovery going on there with him and his team, and it's exciting to see because they're really jamming at a high level. I know they took a handful of listings this past week, and just excited to see that kind of stuff. So let's give him a round of applause. And I just want to also say, that the staff, led by Jackie, Edwina, Diane, and Crystal, couldn't be more proud of this team as they continue to raise the bar and continue to help service you guys at the highest level. And one of those demonstrations is actually what Edwina's been able to set up here. We've had birthdays every month, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
How many celebrations have we had?
None.
Makes some of those June and July birthdays a little jealous, don't we? So Edwina, share with us, how many birthdays do we have in August?
Well, I can't remember if it's 16 or 17, but it's one of those. Okay, close enough. So it's really great. This will be a monthly event.
Cool.
Everybody has special dates, and we just want everybody to be recognized on their birthday. So
Awesome. We're going to celebrate and pass out, during the meeting, you guys can enjoy the cake while we're kind of going through, if that sounds good to you. And so I'll tell you what, so we had transmittal on Friday afternoon. It was a phenomenal success. Jackie did a massively incredible job at it, and it's so good that we've actually got some numbers to share with you today that I thought were that you'd want to know about. So in July of 2011, you guys just give me a guess. I like playing this game a little bit, I guess. Anybody have any idea how many transactions we did in July of 2011?
The transaction you consider sale.
Closings.
Closing.
Yeah,
Okay.
30.
closed sales.
32.
Doesn't matter buyer or seller. 32? Let's go up a little bit.
45,
Let's go up a little bit.
60,
Up a little bit.
70,
Just a little higher.
75.
75. 75 transactions in July of 2011. Fast forward exactly 1 year to this past month, July of 2012. Anybody care to take a stab at how many transactions this organization, you guys, closed?
107.
So I had a couple years.
87?
87? A little higher.
92.
92, still higher.
125.
I love it, Sharon, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. 125, we're gonna be there. 98 deals.
Awesome.
98 deals. Now, my shorthand math here, I didn't rip out my calculator on it or anything like that, so I stand to be corrected. But that's a 30% increase year over year. And I gotta tell you, to me, that's the most important number to look at, because who gets paid at closing? You guys do. Right, yeah, everybody, let's be honest here, yeah, let's applaud that, right? So the 30% improvement right there in closings. Now, here's the other cool piece of that. So let's look at profit share. In July of 2011, $6,741. Profit share of 2011, and this isn't in there because the numbers that you got are June's. July of 2011, $6,741. Where's the profit share this month? Here, what are your thoughts?
14.
Man, you are $21 off.
Am I?
$13,979.68. $13,979.68. Yeah, man, let's do that. I agree. So now, here's the thing. That's right around 107% increase in improvement. So what ahas are you having from this? 30% increase in input. How much in output? 107%, right? So, to go, Mark, what do you think?
Well, you control the controllable expenses. After that, the profit goes to the bottom line.
Are you guys, and how can I translate that to my own business? Are you guys asking yourself those questions themselves?
More business you do, the less of percentage your expenses are. Or nothing for you.
If you manage your numbers right, you can have a geometric effect to increase in business.
I mean, you're using some huge words, Will, and I love it. So what does that mean? Because this is exactly, we talk about building leaders, we talk about building businesses. And I believe that business owners hold their money accountable. So what does that mean? Geometric growth, what are you
Well,
talking about?
you're managing your expenses to a point where you're making, your bottom line is bigger. I mean, in this situation, it's almost 3 times as much. You're tripling your income by managing your expenses to do those deals.
That's awesome. So, I mean, as an individual that's having some rapid growth, I mean, are you seeing things like that in your personal business?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning
Set up for
quickly
you.
what expenses are useful and which ones aren't. You know, we're kind of spinning the wheels on something, so.
No, I mean, I think, so that's a big one to me. Here, the other one that I think is a big aha for me as well, is that if I want to see a 100% increase in my result, I think it's somewhat, common sense would tell me that if I wanted to go ahead and increase by 100%, what would my input have to increase by? 100%, right? I mean, that's what my common sense tells me. That if I put in 100% more, then I'll get 100% more back, right? What are these numbers telling me?
Well, thank you.
Way less. It's leverage, right? If I put in 30% more, I should in this scenario, get 100% back, right? So it's about focusing on that one thing, the most important thing. And you know, I gotta tell you, here's one other thing too. What have we been focused on the last 60 days?
Listings.
I mean, could that be the one thing? Might that be, I mean, when we talk about lead generation, we've been, beating the drum on lead generation for I don't know how long, and now we're talking to bring it down into listings, right? And is that showing up in our numbers? I mean, guys, it is big time. And I hope you're seeing that within your own business, and I hope you guys are making your own goals. As a matter of fact, here's what I'm gonna go ahead and challenge you guys with right now, is over the next 30 days, if listing, I mean, here's the thing, I'm kind of getting some, I don't know if it's, I gotta ping you a little bit and find out if this is kind of making sense here. Why are listings one of the most important things we gotta focus on in our business? Refresh my memory. They create buyers, which by the way, that's what we're gonna talk to Bonnie about today. What else do they do?
Help you hopefully sell your listing too.
They're gonna sell your listing. That was evidence in June's numbers that we had more listings sold than we've ever had. Best month ever because we're focused on getting more listings. What else does it do?
Marketing exposure.
Marketing exposure, so it builds, you've got branding, you've got more brand awareness, what else? What about leveraging time, guys? I mean, can you work with 20 or 30 listings, right? So, I mean, you've got all these things. It's that one thing that begets another. That if I take care of this one thing, it makes everything else easier or insignificant. We got that? So now what we gotta do is look at each person and say, look, what is my individual listing goal? Where do I wanna be at? How many listings do I currently have and where do I wanna be at? Over the next 30 days. And if you guys want me to be a part of helping you out and personally engage with you about helping out, getting to that listing inventory that you're looking to do, email me today with how many listings you want to go ahead and take on over the next 30 days. We're going to put together a plan for each one of you guys to go ahead and help you get there, okay? Make sense? Questions, concerns, comments, excitements? All the above, huh? All right. So as I kind of mentioned, listings are the one thing that begets another, and that attracts more buyers. Does anybody have a goal for however many listings they get, how many buyers they want to get out of each listing?
Just 1 for 1 right now.
1 for 1? So for every listing I get, I want to get at least 1 buyer, right?
I guess it depends on the listing.
Okay, that's a good point.
Some might produce 2 or 3, some might definitely not gonna produce anything.
Right. I think you're exactly right. And then we got to start asking ourselves too, I mean, do we want to go ahead or do we want to take those listings
Right.
that aren't going to go ahead and attract more buyers, are just going to sit there and drain our resources? All right, so if we're looking to do a one-to-one kind of situation, I think that'd be a great thing. I would write that down, guys. Every listing I take, I want to get at least 1 buyer out of too. So let's welcome Bonnie Luckett up here, as she's going to share with us a little bit about some of her success this year.
Get it, Tom.
All right. You all right with stool? All right. All right, madam, so I've got a little bit of insight as far as some things that are working for you. And just want to kind of dive into a couple things. You know, so tell me about this year and what you're looking to do as far as production, where you're at currently, and what you're tracking for.
Okay, currently, myself, 4.5 million. The team right around 10, which we did right underneath 12 last year, so we pretty much doubled since then, which is pretty good. I did about 23 buyers last year. I'm at 26 now, 28 now.
Okay.
So it's pretty good.
28 closed or at escrow? Or
I have 26 closed, 2 pending,
Okay.
which is kind of the problem that we're running into.
So, I'll tell you what, so kind of just give me an idea of where some of these buyers are coming from and how you're basically, how you're converting them to an appointment.
Well, SOIs convert themselves, which is a huge part of my business. A lot of our listings are turning into buyers as
Hold
well.
on. So your sphere of influence, the people that you've got the deepest relationships with, you're actually converting to an appointment?
Yeah, it's about half.
You're not just showing them houses?
No, they're appointments, they're buyers consultations.
Okay. So even if your mom or dad wanted to buy, you'd sit them down with a list or a buyer's presentation?
Yep, set the expectations.
Okay, so your sphere of influence, that's critical, and then, I'm sorry, I cut you off there because I thought that was important.
Yeah.
But what are some of the other things there?
Our listings, our buyers as well, and then all the calls that we get off of our listings, the 800s, the onlines. We got it's almost untraceable how many we're getting.
So you're aggressively marketing the listings in an effort to go ahead and attract buyers? I mean, would you say, are you marketing the listings to sell the listings, or more so to go ahead and attract buyers?
Well, the listings have been selling so quick, we haven't really gotten a ton off of those, would you say?
Yeah, I was
mean,
gonna
a lot
say,
of
we've had
them-
several that under a week, they're under contract, the ones are priced right, so we're working on reductions on the
Right.
other ones.
Yeah, most of them are going
It's
pretty
kind of a
quick.
bittersweet thing with those listings.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Okay, so, I mean, basically, what I'm hearing you say is sphere of influence and listings are creating more of the opportunity for you.
Yeah, and the online leads, because by the time they get to them, they're already gone. So you kind of have that opportunity to get them on something else.
Okay. All right, so the listings that are coming in and the calls that are coming in from that, you said the sphere of influence, they kind of set themselves, so I'm guessing that's a pretty warm call, pretty easy for you. So with the folks that, you know, you might not have that deep relationship with, I mean, what are you saying to them to actually get to that buyer's agency appointment?
Has anybody else offered it to you? No, what's that?
Do you mind if we do a little role play?
Sure.
Okay, so, you know, basically, let's have you call me, and I'm just prospective buyer. Or are you fielding the call? Maybe I'm wrong.
Both ways. We're actually setting up a new system as of this week to where they'll be calling directly in, but right now I'm calling it
You're
back.
hitting a certain phone, right? What's that
The
called?
money phone. Kind of what Mark was talking about, when you see opportunities, we're calling it the money phone.
I think that's cool. I mean, like, I'd like to see little dollars and change kind of falling.
It will have it on it.
There is.
And I think the ringtone's gonna be money, money, money.
Yes. I love it. Oh man, you're taking this to the next level. I love it.
Bling,
Okay.
bling.
So great. So let's say I'm ringing in. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello, this is Bonnie, how can I help you?
You know, I was just looking at the property at 123 Main Street and just wanted to see if it was available and maybe if I could take a look at it.
Wonderful, let me pull it up for you. Is this kind of what you're looking for in this certain area?
I mean, it seems to be. I mean, I don't know much about it, but you know, for the most part, it looks like something I think I might like.
Wonderful. So do you have a time frame? Are you looking to find something pretty soon or just when you find the right one?
You know, I'm just kind of getting the ball rolling.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, the price is blah, blah, blah. Is that kind of what you're looking for? A little bit too high? Typically it is.
Man, I got a deep pocket there, Bonnie. You know what? Yeah, that's kind of in the ballpark. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, has anybody offered you a VIP buyer's consultation?
I don't think so. What's that?
Awesome. Hey, we kill a lot of birds with stones and that. Why don't you come on in, we'll talk about it, get you set up so we can help you find what you're looking for. It's kind of fly by the seat of your pants almost. You just kind of take each buyer call.
It's just you're asking. I mean, like,
Yeah.
basically you're saying, hey, you know, we're gonna knock out a couple of things here, and you know, just it's gonna be well worth your time.
Yeah, it's not like Bold where we have the script that we stick with it because each call is different. You just gotta ask and get them in there.
So what do you think your conversion is on that?
For the calls to the appointments or the appointments to the closing?
Contacts to appointments.
50,
And I'd say maybe 50% of the calls, but if they come in for the buyer's consultation, I'd say we're right at 98%.